Happy Wednesday, everyone. And for that matter, happy Easter. It is still the Easter season. One of my favorite things to remember every single year is that Easter is a season that is 50 days long. Lent is 40 days of preparing, of getting our hearts ready, of reflection and repentance, of stripping things away to make space for God to work. And there's something that I love that is just so beautiful about Easter being 50 days, a longer season devoted to joy and rejoicing and celebration, a longer season of hope and triumph and resurrection and life anew. There is something really beautiful in this that reminds me that God's hope and God's life always lasts longer and gets the final word over any of the pain and the hard days that we might experience. And so today I am resting in that as I share with you the midweek reflection that I want to offer to you. And it's something that is a story again about Sasha. Yesterday she sat down, and in our house we have planted peas in our egg cartons. And we've been watering them, and in time we will transplant them outside. But every day when we water them, Sasha gets excited. And yesterday, after watering them, she sat down on the bench where I'm sitting right now. And she said, "Can we just sit here and watch the peas grow?" That's what she asked to do. She asked to sit and watch the peas grow. And I have to say that I loved a moment of quiet. I loved a moment of rest and watchfulness. And she was content to sit and watch and wait. And I was too at first, and then I thought to myself in my head, you are going to be watching and waiting for a long time. It is hard to watch things grow, to wait for them to grow. In my head, I was getting rather impatient with the process, waiting for her to move on to something else. And she was content to sit and watch. Eventually, of course, she did move on. She's 3. She also got impatient with the process. But today, when we went to water them, we were met with a surprise. There are sprouts where there were no sprouts yesterday. Namely, this one right here and that one right there. 2 sprouts where there weren't any yesterday. I'm reflecting on how growth happens and life happens and it flourishes, and sometimes it surprises us. I don't always have the patience to sit and wait and watch for the growth to unfold. Yet there's something about this Easter season that reminds me that new life and growth come to surprise us. Resurrection comes in unexpected times and unexpected places. And so while I had hoped, of course, that these peas would grow, I was still surprised when yesterday we sat down to watch them and saw nothing happen. To come back today and see the places where sprouts of new life are forging, are bursting forth. And so today I'm simply reflecting on places in my life where I have grown impatient in watching for new life. Places where I maybe have forgotten to nurture and nourish because I've grown impatient in watching for new life, because I've sat before and seen nothing happen, so moved on too quickly. My friends, my prayer this day is that we would all be surprised by new growth, new life, resurrection springing up in unexpected places around us, even in these days that are still hard, still difficult, even as perhaps we are settling into them. My prayer is that God would grant us a little more patience to watch where new life is going to flourish. May God give us the eyes to see, and may the hope of God's grace make it possible. My dear friends, I look forward to hearing where you have been surprised by new life, or places where you're not surprised by it, but are celebrating it anyways. I love to hear what you're hearing and what you're seeing. Until we meet again, bye.